the temperature is getting warmer outside, which means spring football is right around the corner. Welcome into Bleacher Talk. I'm Claudia Collins alongside Jordan Spurgeon. And as it goes every year, we've got a bit of a coaching carousel here in Arizona, which is a great opportunity for us this time of year to get out to schools, meet coaches. And that's something we're looking forward to doing today over Zoom and, of course, down the line in spring football, right, Spurge?
Yeah, Claudia, I mean, it's the best time of the year. And like you said, the coaching carousel, it's slowly coming to an end. We've had a lot of coaching changes. So we're going to start today's show. Trace Carroll, he's been at Pinnacle the last few years as the quarterbacks coach, now the new head coach at Chaparral. Here's more with Trace. As promised here with the new head football coach at Chaparral, Trace Carroll. Trace, you're coming on over from Pinnacle, the quarterbacks coach the last few years. You're a Chaparral alumni. First off, thanks for joining us. Secondly, what does it feel like to be going back to your alma mater to now lead this program?
Thanks, Jordan, Claudia, for having me. It's been a surreal moment. I mean, last couple of weeks. This is my community I grew up in. I went to Cochise Elementary School, went to Cocopah Middle School, that both feed into Chaparral, and it's been so great to be back. I mean, the people here, our principal, our AD, everybody that's involved with this community has welcomed me. And it's just very surreal. It's great to be home. I can tell you that, but we got a lot of work to do.
One of the things that I really want to dig into is your history being an alumni. You learned from two of the great coaches in Chaparral's history. What are some of those things that you might have picked up that have influenced your own coaching style that you want these guys to expect?
Yeah, my story is really cool because I got 2 years under Ron Esserrook and I got 2 years under Coach Regal. I took a lot from both of them. Ron and Coach Esserbrook, he was scary. I could tell you that. He was a scary individual. He was older, but was very, very organized. And I think that's one thing that I took from him. And then Coach Regal, I call him the ultimate player's coach. He was so much different than Coach Esserbrook. And that's where I model a lot of my coaching style is I'm a lot more of a player's coach. I love to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a ton of fun on the field, off the field, in the community. But that's two things that I kind of got from both of them. And I attribute a lot of my success to what they instilled in me at such a young age.
What's the secret sauce to Chaparral alumni? Obviously, there's Kenny Dillingham, there's Taylor Lewans of the world, I guess the Jordan Hams of the world sometimes. Seems like there's a lot of, alumni from Chap in that era, yourself now included, being the head coach, that have gone on to do really great things. What's the secret sauce over there at Chap?
A lot of us think that, we're just typical Scottsdale kind of kids, but there's a lot of hardworking people around here. My father being one of them. I know Taylor's dad was one of them, Kenny's dad, even Tom Ham, who was actually my little league coach. So it's pretty cool, but it's everybody here is just so special. I mean, I can't think of so many alumni have done so many great things, which makes Chaparral so great. But it's also that everybody too always knows where they're from and where they come back to, and so there's no kind of sense of I don't want to talk about my past or anything like that. Everybody just loves Chaparral and the community that it's all about. I mean, I couldn't be more excited to be back here, check out Aho Owls right down the street, and go to all these places that I used to go to as kids, and now I get to go to every single day.
I actually feel like that's kind of been the secret sauce in these coaching changes. I think of Travis Dixon going over to Hamilton and kind of having that feel of, I've been here, I'm a part of this community. So does that mean a little bit more buy-in when it comes to taking this position?
Absolutely. It's this program has been down a little bit for the last couple of years, but as soon as it opened up, I couldn't tell you how much my phone blew up from just the alumni base, just saying, "Are you ready? Are you ready? It's time. It's time. It's time." And I felt like it was time too. The process was a little bit longer than I would hope there would have been, but it's an extra fire in your stomach that most people don't have because I was a kid that walked these halls, and I know what this school can do for a kid and a kid like me. So it's just a little bit extra that will get me through the day and those long hours that it takes to be a head football coach.
For you, maybe what are some of the things you're looking to instill or the challenges that you see yourself overcoming? There was a lot of talk before, Scottsdale, that area, there's less families moving there because of how it is compared to like newer schools in the East Valley or in the West Valley where things are a little cheaper. And like you said, this is a program with lots of success. When I first got here, winning a title in 2020, getting back to the title game in 2021. It's been a drop off since then a little bit, but what are some of the things that are challenges that you're looking to overcome and sort of push through?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a growing community. We're moving down to 5A. We've been a 6A level for a very, very long time. Even when I first started coaching here, we moved up. But I think the biggest thing is getting the community buy-in back in. I mean, everybody who I've talked to, it's always about the kids that are in the neighborhood. I was one of those kids, and if we can add one or two pieces through open enrollment, that's great. But to get the community buy-in, and we have to do a lot to get this community back to where we know it was be. And when we have that, this is the best place to coach in America. I can tell you that.
Coach, I just want to ask if there's anything else that you feel like you want the Chaparral community and just the coaches community, the media community around football to know about you and what to expect from you this upcoming season.
I would say that I am one of their own. I'm born and raised here in Scottsdale, but not only in the kind of coaching community. I started coaching when I was 18 years old under Coach Regal. He saw something into me. But I could tell you this: we're going to be a respectful program on and off the field. I'm a big believer in having disciplined kids that act correctly. So not only our teachers, but our community members, but the state of Arizona is going to know when Chaparral's around. Not only are we going to play a great brand of football, but we're going to be a respected group.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for taking the time, and congrats on landing the job. I see the trophies behind you, and here's to hopefully adding more in the future.
Absolutely. Chaptown, C's up forever.
When I started to compete, they told me I should stop. When I came in dead last, they told me I should stop. When colleges didn't recruit me, they told me I should stop. What they didn't know is that I am unstoppable.
Let us help you be unstoppable with your financial goals at desertfinancial.com.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring.
This ought to get pretty wild here.
Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. The best-in-class fan experience meets racing's toughest drivers for 3 days of action on and off the track, all surrounded by the beautiful Estrella Mountains. Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovig's Santan Ford in Gilbert. We are Santan Ford.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Visit us at Harrah's Auction Casino in the city of Maricopa, where you'll find play for all and friendly people ready to welcome you like family.
Welcome back, you two.
As the official sponsor of Play and the only casino in Arizona with Caesars Rewards, see what a difference it makes to play where your fun is our top priority. Harrah's Auction Casino. Play for all.
What would you need to experience life in full motion? Expertise to provide the best care, unsurpassed training and technique. It requires the best orthopedic surgeons. Ortho Arizona.
When I started to compete, they told me I should stop. When I came in dead last, they told me I should stop. When colleges didn't recruit me, they told me I should stop. What they didn't know is that I am unstoppable.
CAA champion,
Let us help you be unstoppable with your financial goals at desertfinancial.com.
Welcome back to Bleacher Talk. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Claudia Collins, and this time of year, spring football around the corner, but some of the best football camps, whether it's college camps or youth camps, are happening this time of year. Cody Cameron caught up with Roy Lopez Jr., who's having his 4th annual camp, just had it this past weekend. Cody talked with him ahead of time, and I got to say, this camp, I've been there before. It's such a powerful camp for youth football players, kindergarten through 8th grade, and the high schoolers that get involved as well. So here's more from Roy Lopez Jr. and Cody Cameron.
And joining me is newly acquired Detroit Lions defensive tackle, and more importantly, an Arizona high school football alum, Roy Lopez. And now, Roy, it is all about your camp. That is next Saturday, April 5th at Marcos Deniza High School. And I just told you, I can't believe we're in year 4 of the Roy Lopez football camp, man. It's an amazing camp. It's all about the kids. So the platform is yours. Why should a kid sign up for this camp? What are they going to get from it?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is it's a fun day. It's something that, you get to experience with. We'll have a few NFL players out there, and they get to ask them their journey. Mine as well, being from Arizona. And, we know a lot of the same people. We've played at a lot of the same parks growing up. So just being able to, share some laughs, share some smiles, and share our stories, and to show that, we're just normal people that worked hard and it worked out for us. So just to give back. But the camp's going to be great. We're going to have food, music, drills, have some film session, talk a little bit, and, really just give back and have fun. And that's the biggest thing is it's a full circle moment. Year 4 is absolutely insane. It's a complete blessing. My family's excited. We're pumped. We can't wait, man. And to say it's only a week away is awesome.
Yeah, year 4 brings a venue change too. You guys moving to Marcos Deniza High School, and this is a really special place for you. I mean, you probably grew up in some of your earliest moments is watching your dad coach high school football at Marcos Deniza High School. The athletic director, Lenica Ruiz, I remember talking to Lenica, and she's got stories about babysitting you. Those stories we're not going to say on air here, but stories about that. So, I mean, it's really, you're all about family. You're all about family values, and it's really family ties going back home. How special is that for you?
Yeah, it's amazing. Next Saturday is going to be great. It's going to be, like you said, full circle moment. I grew up there, and my dad coached there for more than 20 years, and it was something that when I was growing up, those were the best football players in the world to me, right? Like they were everybody I looked up to, and I ran across those. Yesterday we went and spoke at the FCA at Marcos Deniza, and that was my first time being on campus since I was a student there, right? So, and we're driving through the cart, and everybody's like, "That's Lopez, that's Lopez, that's Lopez," right? And so me and my dad just kind of had a moment, like, man, that's right there, that's crazy, because it's full circle. That used to be my dad. Everybody yelled, Coach Lopez," but to be the one that all those kids look up to now is amazing. It's gonna be definitely emotional. It's gonna be fun, and we're looking forward to it. Both my sisters graduated from there, and it's gonna be awesome to when we announced it was gonna be at Marcos Deniza. A lot of players reached out from Marcos that played for my dad or played after my dad that went there, and they want to help. They're going to come out. They're going to bring their kids. They're going to bring all the kids they know, and so that's what I'm excited for, to see a lot of old faces and everybody that knows me as Jacob around there, and Champ and Tank and all these nicknames that I had as a child, and to be a full circle moment is going to be amazing.
Yeah, and that's a perfect segue because there are so many kids in the state of Arizona that look up to you, that look up to the Brock Purdy's of the world, right? Guys that are like, hey, you guys made it. right? I mean, and especially your story and your background, it wasn't like you had 30, 40 Division I offers to choose from. And it was all about the fit. It was all about the work ethic and grinding every single day and going to previous camps. You do a great job of talking about that. But that question always remains, especially with parents, I think, too, when you look at these high school classes and then dip down into the 8th grade and 7th grade is what can my kids do next? Or what can they accomplish to, I'm not saying make it to the league, but be the best football player and best role model that they can do? What advice would you give to those young athletes and parents?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to never compare your journey, never compare your race to somebody else. Run your race. And the biggest thing that my family relays to me at a young age, and to this day, they still text me throughout the offseason, during season, game day, outwork them all, outwork everybody, right? If that's something that I was able to hang my hat on in high school, college, and now in the NFL, when I line up, I truly believe that I worked harder than you, and all that does is give you an opportunity, right? And so the biggest thing for me was, I went to New Mexico State. I didn't know that school before I got offered, right? And I just always felt like I was a great football player and may not have got the big Power 5 offers coming out of high school. And, like you have to tell yourself, like, stop looking at everybody else. Like, just run your race and lock in and work. And I tell people you got thousands and millions of goals to reach before you can reach your dream, right? And so the biggest thing is for me was I wanted to win state in wrestling. I wanted to win all state for football, offense and defensive line. I wanted to get a scholarship. I wanted to start in college. I wanted to win all conference, right? I wanted all those things, and those were my goals I set out for myself. And the dream was obviously to play in the NFL, but I understood that every day I had to show up to work to get those goals done, to eventually lead to where I'm at. But the biggest thing, for a high school kid is to work and don't get tired. Keep going. Like that's the biggest thing. And play multiple sports. If you can wrestle. Changed my life, right? So you can't get tired. That's the biggest thing. In high school, I was working out 3-4 times a day. I'm not saying do that, but definitely to tap into a different mindset of you got to mature fast, especially at this level of sports that, it's going to. So.
Yeah, the Roy Lopez camp, April 5th, Marcos Teniza High School, Arizona High School alum, and Detroit Lions defensive lineman. Roy, always a pleasure, man. Thanks for joining me.
When I started to compete, they told me I should stop. When I came in dead last, they told me I should stop. When colleges didn't recruit me, they told me I should stop. What they didn't know is that I am unstoppable.
CAA champion,
Let us help you be unstoppable with your financial goals at desertfinancial.com.
It's the model year-end kickoff sales event going on now at Burge Mazda. Now's the time to save on the very latest 2025 Mazda models, like a 2025 CX-5, just $299 a month, or the versatile CX-50, just $289 a month, or save with 2.9% financing on the luxurious CX-90. Now's the time to upgrade and save at Burge Mazda during the model year kickoff event. Come in and celebrate at Burge Mazda, Baseline and Country Club.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring. Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
Ortho Arizona and my journey. My knees were shot, so I had double knee replacement, and I wanted the best in rehab. Ortho Arizona encouraged and pushed me in the process. Go to orthoarizona.org. That's orthoarizona.org.
Welcome back into the show. I'm Claudia Collins alongside Jordan Spurgeon. And before we let you go and move on with your day, even though I know you want to stay for more, we've got Brittany Buckles on to talk about her second annual HBCU camp, an awesome opportunity for kids in the Valley. So here's our conversation with Brittany Buckles. What you did last year going into this year, what are your expectations this time around?
Yeah, so thank you guys again for having me on this and just supporting this HBCU camp. It's such a big deal to have you guys support this. So thank you, first of all. And, we're really excited about this one. So the expectation is to just continue to grow. So a couple of things that we did new this year is we added the rising seniors again, so the 2026 class, but we added the 2025s and JUCOs as well. So this opens it up and gives it more opportunity for the kids in Arizona, and then it just makes it more beneficial for the colleges that are coming too, because that was one of the things that they had said, like, hey, can we see who's up and coming and who we can take right now? So that we're hoping to possibly double our number of athletes from last year from about 32 to 60. So that would be exciting. And we also have already almost doubled our college participation. So that's super exciting for us this year too. So last year we had a total of like 6 schools that participated the whole, just for the event. And this year we actually have 6 brand new schools that are attending. So that's really exciting for us. So we're always hoping to grow that college number as well. So doubling Spurge and Claudia. That's what we want to do. Double.
Yeah, you stack that every year. Next thing you know, it's a number you can't even recognize
I
years
know.
in. So that's exciting. Adding more, like you were mentioning, with the rising seniors and the 2025s and JUCOs, was that stuff that you got just from feedback from coaches and those involved last year, or was it ideas that you were kind of thinking of anyways? Like, how did that come about?
Yeah, so that's a good question. It was really actually feedback from the coaches because it was nice that I could actually spend some time with them on the field while they were analyzing and evaluating the kids. And that was one of the things I asked them, like it's really important to have the colleges there for the athletes here. So what is it that I can do to make it better? What will, enhance it for you guys as well? And they all said the same thing. They really thought the camp was great. They said the athletes were really outstanding. And James McKinley and the Papago Pumas, the way they ran the camp was just really outstanding. But they really wanted to see not just the kids that were up and coming, but the kids that they could actually grab right now. You guys are so familiar with the portal and the roster changes and how everything changes all the time, that there's an opportunity for kids that are still unsettled in that 2025 class and those JUCO kids to have a spot on the roster. So they really wanted to see who they could grab at this moment.
I'm glad you brought up even just the coaching from last season with the Papago Pumas, because that was actually for me one of the first times that I had really been face to face with them as well. And honestly, one of the biggest takeaways for me being out at the camp was just the way it was run, because it was kind of this mix of being super serious, but also a really fun environment, which I mean, when you hear camp, that's what it's supposed to be, right? At the same time. So I wanted to point out that the coaching was absolutely phenomenal last season, and the athletes, of course, were just as great. But what I want to ask a little bit more about is, who is it that can attend? Because we don't want this to sound right like it's an exclusive opportunity for students. Who do you want signing up outside of that 2025, 2026 range? And why is this specifically a mission for you and important to you to get these HBCUs out here to Arizona?
Yeah, so all the athletes in Arizona really want to. This is not the type of camp where You're coming here for only seeing the 4 stars and 5 stars. It's a camp that's inclusive to everybody. If you're highly recruited or just starting the recruiting process, if you just want to come out and get some good coaching and see what a college environment is like, because like you mentioned, the Papago Pumas run this so outstanding. And if you just want to come out and see what this is about, or how about you just want to come out and talk to some coaches, it's your first time, and so you want to go shake some hands, and just try it out and see what it's like. Maybe you want to go to college and play, maybe you don't. So this is just that opportunity for everyone to just come out, and just show what you have and use this opportunity to learn something, whether it's on a football field or just even networking. So all of that information is on the website.
On behalf of the Sports 360 AZ team and, the high school football community here, I just want to thank you for pouring your heart into this and doing something that's brand new and just taking it on full force, because it was excellent last year. And I know it's going to be even better this year. So thank you for joining us and talking to us more about it. Can't wait till we do this actually at the camp and see everything in action. So thanks so much.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate you both. Thank you.
So excited for the HBCU camp this year. It was a great time last year. Like Brittany said, they've doubled the amount of people that are going to be involved this year. It's a great opportunity for the players, great opportunities for the coaches, even the parents to learn a little bit more about what your kid's college future could look like. So super excited for that. Remember, there's all kinds of camps to check out across the valley. Make sure you vet them, make sure they're, legit and they're not just taking your money. That is something very important that I know we all reiterate here at Sports 360 AZ. Cody Cameron, follow him on X. You can reach out to him about camps. He is the camp expert. You can talk to him before you sign up anywhere. But that's all we've got for Bleacher Talk. For Claudia, I'm Jordan. We'll see you next week.
When I started to compete, they told me I should stop. When I came in dead last, they told me I should stop. When colleges didn't recruit me, they told me I should stop. What they didn't know is that I am unstoppable.
CAA champion, Anthony Rowe.
Let us help you be unstoppable with your financial goals at desertfinancial.com.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovig's Santan Ford in Gilbert.
We are Santan Ford.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring.
This ought to get pretty wild here.
Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. The best-in-class fan experience meets racing's toughest drivers for 3 days of action on and off the track, all surrounded by the beautiful Estrella Mountains.
Oh yeah, baby! Let's go!
Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria. New York style pizza. Oh man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York style pizzeria.